The addition of Jacob Markstrom is huge for the Flames. They haven't had a bona fide number one netminder since the departure of Mika Kiprusoff, and you can go through the other goaltenders since then, from Kari Ramo to Brian Elliott to Mike Smith, all scratched and clawed for a significant role with the club, but none could ever be considered to be a number one netminder unquestioned. Now they have that in Markstrom. He's paid his dues and worked over a long period of time to get to where he is. Markstrom has proven that he can handle a heavy workload with over 160 starts in the last 3 seasons. And at 30 years old, he's still well in his prime.
All right, Jermaine, so legitimate number one goalie now, along with the addition of Chris Tanev on the blue line. What are your expectations for this team this season?
Well, Gino, I believe that a significant run in the playoffs is a fair expectation of this club. The Flames have made the postseason in consecutive years for the first time in a decade, but they've been ousted in 5 and 6 games in the last 2 seasons. Now the core has to prove that they can perform in the playoffs. That includes Mark Giordano, Johnny Gaudreau, and Sean Monahan, Matthew Tkachuk as well. And now that they have a bona fide number one netminder, it should be within reach.
All right, Jermain Franklin expecting big things from the Flames this season. So, MJ, what do you think? How deep can this team go this year?
I'm with Jermain. I think they have the chance, if everything goes right, to get maybe to the conference final, the 3rd round, because of all the additions that they made and why they make sense for the year upcoming. Jacob Markstrom was the marquee goaltender of all the goalies that moved this offseason, and he gives them something that they have been looking for, a guy who will play 75% of the games and be able to steal games. He's going to play on a better defensive team likely than what he saw in Vancouver. So his numbers could be that much better, goals against lower. And then, Monahan, Gaudreau had good years, but by their standards, not great. They're still young. They're still in their prime. I think having a healthy Tkachuk, even like their depth signings of Levo and others, I just think there's a lot to like if it all comes together. But led by those young stars, led by the goaltender, I think out west, they probably have the chance to make the deepest run all the way to a conference final.
Flames to the conference final. Oilers just to the 2nd round. You started it again, my friend. The Flames beat the Jets in the qualifying round this year, but they haven't won a playoff round since 2015.